Yeah, Mega Man, it's not so much that I don't trust the game system, I don't trust myself to use it. This is not actually a save point, it's like a quick save or restore point, so I probably won't use quick saves in, like, if I didn't use them in Final Fantasy VI for the GBA. I won't use them in other similar Game Boy games like Tactics Advance.
I bumped into Zaid recently. Quite the character. Given how much violence
Took you a
and
while to bump
destruction
into
that man's
Zaid,
seen,
Kelly.
he's surprisingly well adjusted. Still, I wouldn't want to be alone with them. Anyway, what's up?
That'll be all.
It's always nice chatting with you. Commander, you might want to speak with Tali. She seems very worried.
I'll do a vote here in a sec. Let me review who I know for a fact we have loyalty missions to do. Okay, have to talk to Tali, Samara. We have Garrus's, we have Morden's, we have Miranda's. Don't think we have, so I'm gonna go talk to Thane, Samara, and Jacob, and then I'll put out a poll.
Shepard, I'm glad you came by. I may need your help. I just received a message from the migrant fleet. The Admiralty Board has accused me of treason. I'm scared, Shepard.
Nobody who knows you could believe you'd betray your people, Tali.
I don't know. They don't lay charges like this unless the evidence seems absolute. But thanks. I appreciate your faith in me, Shepard.
What happens when a Quarian is accused of treason?
There's a hearing, with members of the Admiralty Board acting as judges. My father is an admiral on the board. He'll have to recuse himself from judgment. I can't even imagine what he's thinking right now. The punishment for treason is exile. If they convict me, I can never go back.
So you have no idea why they're accusing you?
None. The specifics of charges like this are rarely discussed on open channels. I won't know any more until I get to the flotilla.
What happens if you're convicted?
Like I said, exile. The specifics are up to the judges. If it's deemed only a tragic mistake in judgment, the guilty party might receive a small ship and supplies. Not that it really matters. Either way, if I'm convicted, I'll never see the migrant fleet again.
So how does the trial work? How soon do we need to get you there?
They'll wait a reasonable period of time for me to come and defend myself. Eventually, if I don't show up, they'll try me in absentia. As for how it works, it's less formal than an Earth trial or something you'd see on the Citadel. We're family. This is just the worst kind of family meeting.
Okay, let's go find the flotilla.
I was going to book passage on another ship. I didn't think there would be time for you to help. Thank you, Shepard. I'll program the Normandy with the flotilla's current location. The admirals will be waiting for us.
Okay, I'm going to put out the poll. Don't vote on this yet until I confirm whether Thane and Samara's loyalty missions are available, unless if you're not interested in voting for those at all, then go ahead and vote away. Don't waste your vote on Thane or Samara until I know that we can actually do their mission. We're not be able to yet.
True. They're built for hard, fast strikes, not firefights of attrition.
You guys vote Rex as Morden's, right? Because that takes us back to Tuchanka, and we could pop by and talk to him.
I am glad you came. I must ask for your help. That is not easy.
So it's mostly loyalty missions. Vote 1 for Tali's mission, 2 for Miranda's, 3 for Garrus, 4 for Morden, 5 for Thane, maybe, 6 for Samara, looks like we can actually do, 7 for the Citadel, 8 for doing side quests, and 9 for DLC missions.
It's alright. Just tell me what you need.
When we met on Ilium, I told you about a very dangerous person I was pursuing. Using the information you obtained, I have located her. She's been going by the name Morinth. I would like to apprehend her before she disappears again.
Didn't you say you'd pick up her trail after our mission?
I know where she is, right now. In a month, she may be gone. This is the best opportunity I've ever had.
Where is she?
Omega, a nightclub called Afterlife, which seems a perfect place for her to hunt.
How important is this?
Killing her has been my focus for 400 years. It is the most important thing in my life, and the reason I became a Justicar.
Tell me about her.
She is an Ardat Yakshi. It is a term from a dead Asari dialect. It means demon of the night winds, but that is mythology. She is simply a very dangerous woman who kills without mercy.
So is an Ardat Yakshi a special kind of murderer?
Morinth suffers a rare genetic disorder. When she mates with you, there is no gentle melding of nervous systems. She overpowers yours, burns it out, hemorrhages your brain. You end up a mindless shell, and soon after, you are dead.
Why isn't this ever mentioned in Asari literature or art?
When we were primitive, there was much fascination with Ardat Yakshi. Some cultures worshipped them as gods of destruction. Now the Asari have a place in the galaxy, and they don't wish this defect to be widely known. As far as I know, only 3 exist today. 2 chose a life of seclusion. The 3rd ran.
Morinth.
She ran, and I am sworn to kill her.
I don't know that I blame her for running.
When she fled, she proved her addiction. She was not taking a great moral stand. She simply wants to keep killing. She is a tragic figure, but not a sympathetic one.
So you hunt down these Asari just because they're born with a genetic condition?
It manifests with maturity. When one is diagnosed, she is offered the chance to live in seclusion and comfort. If she refuses, it shows her addiction to the ecstasy she gets from killing her mates. There is no redemption for such a person.
They have to choose between prison and death.
It is an addictive condition. Remember how adaptive we are. If Morinth does not want to be cured, she won't be.
Can't she abstain?
Each encounter gives her strength. The effect is narcotic. The more she does it, the more she needs to do it. She will never stop. She can't.
This is definitely worthy of your full attention.
She confuses her victims, twists their feelings. They will do anything for her favor.
We need to stop her.
Thank you, Commander. There are no words to express what this means to me. There is one thing more. This creature, this monster. She is my daughter.
This is interesting from a narrative perspective that they choose to reveal this at the beginning of the mission and not save it as a what the twist spoiler. I think I like it better here. It's still a surprise. She tells you all of this and now you're surprised, but I guess it would have had a blunted impact if they had waited to reveal that.
You said this is genetic. How many children do you have?
3. And 3 Ardat Yakshi are in existence today. It is as it sounds. Morinth was always the wild one. She was happy and free, but selfish.
I cannot imagine what this is like for you.
I do not want pity, Shepard. I do not accept it. My daughter's condition is my fault, and my redemption lies in killing her. Do not pity me. Simply understand my situation.
How did all this happen?
I spent my youth on the move, adventuring. I killed people.
I'm shocked, Kami. Simply shocked.
Away. I learned so much, experienced so much, and then my matron days came. I could finally sit back, bask and enjoy my family.
Matt, we'll put it to a vote.
But in one moment, it was all taken away.
Next you're going to tell me that Scorpion's going to be in Mortal Kombat 11.
Sounds terrible.
I sat in a med lab while a nearsighted doctor droned at me, and I learned that nothing was as I thought it would be. I gave up all that I possessed. I own nothing, claim nothing. All my knowledge will die with me. Now my purpose is to destroy my own children.
Those moments change you.
And I've hundreds of years left to live with that. I say too much. Forgive me. Help me find my long-lost daughter. And kill her.
We'll go find Morinth.
There's one vote right now for Miranda's loyalty mission and one vote for Tali's loyalty mission. You haven't used your vote yet, you could tip those scales. I will play tiebreaker if there is a tie. Keep that in mind. Yeah, I didn't think about the fighting game population NPC. Interesting that that's true. Probably the accessibility thing, number of possible opponents. Am I crazy or I'm crazy, aren't I? Life support's not on this deck, is it? Yes, it is. It's got turned around. Do you have like a screenshot, Kami?
Shepard.
Is there something wrong?
Yes. Now that you are here, though, it seems more difficult to talk about.
Are you feeling sick? I could get the doctor.
No. Though I suppose that is a part of it. My mortality has me dwelling on things.
Puts 2 on Tali. Andrew, I would have used the waifu power to tie break in your favor. Unless if someone else wants to vote for Miranda. That would be vote 2 for Miranda's loyalty mission.
How long's it been since you talked?
10 years. He showed me some of his schoolwork and asked if we could dance crazy. We did that when he was younger.
What sort of dance is that?
It's... I checked my extranet contacts. I expect an update on my next target. The console, please. Music. Oh, unfashionable. Kolyat jumps into the room. Father runs around in circles. I scoop him up, toss him into the air. He shrieks, laughs, spin me. The console beeps. I put him down. Click the message. Father, he pleads. Touch my sleeve. I need to read this, I say. I don't look at him.
Ooh, the cat's in the cradle and the thane was full. Little boy Kolyat and the Drell on Kaje.
Did something happen to them?
I abandoned them. Oh, not all at once. Nothing dramatic, no sneaking out in the middle of the night, no final argument or slammed door. I just did my job. I hunted and killed across the galaxy. Away on business, my wife would tell people. I was always away on business.
You never mentioned this before. Why now?
When my wife departed from her body, I attended to that issue. I left Kolyat in the care of his aunts and uncles. I have not seen him or talked to him since.
That's not the choice I expected. Why didn't you raise him yourself?
My body is blessed with the skills to take life. The Hanar honed them in me. I have few others. I didn't want that life for Kolyat. I hoped he would find his own way. If he hated me, so be it. He would not have shared the path of sin.
How did you stumble on that,
I
Matt?
used my contacts to trace Kolyat. He has become disconnected. He does what his body wills.
You'll have to explain that one to me.
Disconnected. The body is not our true self. The soul is. Body and soul work as one in a whole person. When the soul is weakened by despair or fear, when the body is ill or injured, the individual is disconnected, no longer whole.
What's wrong with him? Is he hurt?
Something happened that should not have. He knows where I've been, what I've done. I don't know his reasons, but he has gone to the Citadel. He's taken a job as a hitman. I would like your help to stop him. This is not a path he should walk.
You don't hire a raw rookie for a contract killing.
I'm afraid someone may have seen we share a name and assumed we share skills. I don't know
Pretty
why
strong
he would
lampshade.
accept the task.
To be closer to you, maybe?
That thought haunts me more than any other.
Maybe he name-dropped you to get hired.
It's possible, but I don't think so. It doesn't seem right. My name. He should not respect it.
Thane, I don't have your contacts, and I don't have your tracking skills. Why do you need my help for this?
I don't need your help. I want it. The last time I saw my son, they'd wrapped her body in sea vines, weighted it with stones. He tries to pull from me, calls for her. The hammer lift her off the platform. They sing like bells. The fire has gone to be kindled anew. He begs them not to take her away.
They let her body slide into the water. He hits me. Don't let them. Stop them. Why weren't you?
It rains. It always rains on Kaje. Warm water pours down his face.
I didn't mean to make you relive that.
Perfect memory. It is sometimes a burden.
What made him go to the Citadel?
Years ago, I prepared a package for him. A relic of my ill-spent life.
I'm pretty bad at fighting games
I
too.
had
I'll play the
Volk
single
make
player
it
though and have
stored
fun.
And arranged for delivery when I died. He acquired it early. I don't really know how. I did wet work on the Citadel around the time his mother died. That may be why he went there.
Yeah, a lot of people say that about online, that you really can't expect to build the same sort of skill set via practicing an online play. Some games, I think Smash has more of a focus on the client-side interpretation, so it tries to make your inputs on the client side very precise, and then it tries to fix it later if there's some kind of disconnect between what you send to the server and what it gets back. That comes with its own hang-ups, like the game visibly slowing down in a laggy match.
I'll get us to the Citadel as soon as possible.
Thank you, Shepard. I'll be meditating until you need me.
Yeah. Same with Smash, East versus West Coast gamers. Yeah. Really? How is he different? Doing Tali's mission, who should we bring though? Another pull out here. Likely to have ties here, but at least narrow it down. Well, aside from Tali, I didn't include Tali in the poll. Tali and Garrus makes sense. It wasn't MLG in Columbus? I seem to remember that. I didn't go to it. I'll probably watch some of the big Smash stuff at EVO. Yep, pretty sure MLG is the one I'm thinking of at least. Major League Gaming. Migrant Fleet, here we go. Grunt. Flip a coin. Heads Grunt, tails Garrus. Heads. See if my bot has a dice roller. Now weird, I love Smash. And I don't like typical fighting games. Yeah.
This is
No, I mean, I like
Tali
watching
Zora
Smash.
Raya, requesting
The
permission to
Smash
dock with
community.
Raya.
Our system has your ship flagged as Cerberus. Verify.
After time adrift among open stars, along tides of light and through shoals of dust, I will return to where I began.
Permission granted. Welcome home, Tali Zora.
We'd like a security and quarantine team to meet us. Our ship is not clean.
Understood. Approach exterior docking cradle 17.
I played lots of Street Fighter as a kid. It was one of the cartridges I owned, but I never got good at it.
Captain Shepard, Tali Zora told me a lot about you. I wish we could be meeting under more pleasant circumstances.
I've never actually reached the rank of captain. Technically, I'm no longer in the Alliance military at all.
You're the commander of the Normandy, responsible for the lives aborted. That entitles you to respect among our people. May you stand between your crew and harm as you lead them through the empty quarters of the stars.
Yeah, Cameron, I think that this is overall the best game.
Captain's blessing, Shepard.
Like, all of the bars are at their highest possible level when you average them out together. Mass Effect 1 has its strengths over Mass Effect 2, but this is a really solid game. Also, how you doing? I'm gonna change that that donation goal into a Lalafell for 1 month minimum, and then change back out of Lalafell for 1 month minimum, if that matters.
Tali helped the Normandy's crew out of many difficult situations. I'm here to return the favor.
I understand. As the commander of the vessel she serves on, your voice carries weight. I wish I could do more to help Tali. The trial requires that I be officially neutral, but I'm here if you need to talk. They're charging you with bringing active Geth into the fleet as part of a secret project.
That's insane. I never brought active Geth aboard. I only sent parts and pieces.
You sent Geth materials back to the migrant fleet?
Yes, my father was working on a project. He needed the materials. If I sent back something that was only damaged, not permanently inactive, no, I checked everything. I was careful.
Technically, I'm under orders to place Tali Zora under arrest pending the hearing. So, Tali, you're confined to this ship until this trial is over.
Thank you, Captain.
Preparations got underway as soon as you arrived. The hearing's being held in...
I'll have to make that I'd rather be a Lalafell than that. I guess that would be the revert out of Lalafell donation goal. Like, the highest one would be forcing me to be a sexy cat lady. Ugh. Apologies to the sexy cat ladies in the room.
If Tali Zora can't even get a Quarian captain to stand for her, she's as good as convicted.
This is a really cool mission.
Tali Zora vas Normandy. I am glad you came. I could delay them only so long.
Auntie Ron! Shepard vas Normandy, this is Admiral Shalaran vas Tonbe. She's a friend of my father's. Wait, Ron, you called me vas Normandy.
I'm afraid I did, Tali. The Admiralty Board moved to have you tried under that name, given your departure from the Nima.
You're an admiral. Does that mean you're one of the judges?
I'm afraid not. My history with Tali and her father forced me to recuse myself.
I imagine father had to do the same.
You'll see inside, Tali. For my part, I moderate and ensure that the rules of protocol are followed, but I have no vote in the judgment.
Apparently she's the voice of the Lakshmi 2 in Destiny. I don't know if that means anything. I don't know, man. I've seen Zero. He seems to be crushing it. He's like the one guy that's really like put all of his eggs into the Smash 4 basket.
I take it being associated with a human ship is a bad sign.
They stripped me of my ship name. That's as good as declaring me exiled already.
It's not over yet, Tali. You have friends who still know you as Tali Zora vas Nima. whatever we must call you legally.
I guess we should get started. Does Tali have a defense counselor? Someone who speaks for
Oh
her
man,
side?
upset coming.
Indeed,
No
she
more
does,
Lalafell
Captain
racism.
Shepard. She is part of your crew now, recognized by Quarian law. And remember, an accused is always represented by his or her ship's captain.
So...
Who's Zero maining now? Is
he
it still
would
Diddy?
actually speak
He was
for
doing
my
Diddy and
defense.
Ness for a while there. Like I said, since I started streaming, I haven't really been watching Twitch very much. Hey Exa, welcome.
I'll do everything in my power to help you, Tali.
Thank you, Shepard. I could not ask for a better counselor.
Our legal rules are simple. There are no legal tricks or political
Chic.
loopholes for you to worry
I remember watching when he was doing Ness. I was really excited about
As
that.
best you can. It will have to be enough. Now come. I promised that I would not delay you.
Not for any amount of money. Hey again, Garnet.
This conclave is
How you doing?
brought to order. Blessed are the ancestors who kept us alive, sustained us, and enabled us to reach this season. Keep us alive. The accused Tali Zora Vas Normandy has come with her captain
Hey,
to
D-Rock.
defend herself against a charge of treason.
You're probably safe today for Mass Effect 2. I mean,
A human has no business
it's
at a
Tali's
hearing
story,
involving
but
such sensitive military matters.
it's nothing like really critical
Then
to the
you should
series.
not have declared Tali crew of the Normandy, Admiral Chorus. By right as Tali's captain, Shepard must stay.
Objection withdrawn.
Shepard Vas Normandy, your crew member Tali Zora stands accused of treason. Will you speak for her?
Admiral Chorus is pretty awesome. We'll talk to him in a bit.
If it helps Tali, I will. But in her heart, she remains Tali Zora Vas Nima, a proud member of the migrant fleet. I regret that her captain is forbidden to stand at her side today.
Nobody has been forbidden from anything. It is a simple...
Lie to them if you must, Chorus, but don't lie to me and expect me to stay silent. The human is right.
Admirals, please. Shepard's willingness to represent Tali Zora in this hearing is appreciated. Tali, you're accused of bringing active guests to the migrant fleet. What say you?
How could Tali have brought Geth to the fleet while serving on the Normandy?
To clarify, Shepard, Tali isn't accused of bringing back entire units, only parts that could spontaneously reactivate.
But I would never send active Geth
Yes.
to the fleet. Everything
And,
I said was disabled and harmless.
Then explain.
Zen
how
is,
Geth
Morrigan.
seized the lab ship where your father was working.
From Dragon Age Origins.
What are you talking about? What happened?
As far as we can tell, Tali, the Geth have killed everyone on the Alarei. Your father included.
What? Oh, Keela.
I appreciate the need for this trial, Admirals. But right now, our first concern must be the safety of the migrant fleet.
Hey Lawrence, how's it going?
In whatever capacity necessary.
Thank you. Quarian
You a fan of the Mass Effect series?
Take the ship. So far, without success.
Thanks for the follow. It's good to have you.
Take back the Alarei.
The safest course would be to simply destroy the ship. But if you are looking for an honorable death instead of exile...
I'm looking for my father, you Marstead!
You intend to retake the Alarei from the Geth? This proposal is extremely dangerous.
With your permission,
And
Admirals,
MSKG,
yes.
thank you for following
The
as
good
well.
of the fleet must come first. And Tali needs to find her father.
Agreed. And if you die on this worthy mission, Tali, we will see that your name is cleared of these charges.
We can discuss that later.
Then it is decided. You will attempt to retake the Alarei. You are hereby given leave to depart the Raya. A shuttle will be waiting at the secondary docking hangar. Be safe, Tali. This hearing will resume upon your return, or upon determination that you have been killed in action.
And what countries are we all in? That's pretty awesome.
Thank you for agreeing to take back the
It's the
Alarei,
future.
Shepard. The Admiral sounds sure that my father is already dead, but I don't know. We won't know anything until we get there.
How are you holding up? They just threw a lot of fire at you, even before telling you about your father.
I knew this would be bad, but I guess you're never really prepared to be charged with treason. And my father, I don't know. He could still be alive. They don't know for certain that he's dead. I just don't know, Shepard, and I need to find out.
Is there anyone here you want to talk to before we go?
We can talk with the Admirals. It might help us to see what their viewpoints are. But I doubt we'll change anyone's mind by talking to them privately.
Hey, Hope and Uzi. How you guys doing?
Let's go.
Right. The sooner we get to the Alarei, the sooner we'll know what happened.
Shepard, the secondary docking hangar is through the conclave chamber where you are now. The shuttle they have provided is unarmed.
Understood.
Whatever Geth...
Loyalty to the fleet is about more than just killing Geth. Tali's what is guilty.
And don't say Tali Zora is guilty. Let's talk to Morrigan.
Tali Zora, given the circumstances, are you certain that speaking to me is appropriate?
I'm looking for information about the Alarei. I don't intend to bribe you in the middle of the plaza, Admiral.
Pleasure to meet you, Commander Shepard. We owe you a debt of gratitude for your actions against the Geth.
Tali was with me. Saren and the Geth would have destroyed us all without her help.
Your political machinations are transparent, Commander. They are also unnecessary. If you and your father were actually experimenting on active Geth subjects, then you are simply idiots. No reason to waste resources on a trial. If not, then this was a tragic accident in the pursuit of a higher cause. Again, no trial is needed to determine...
I like the... I don't know, the three ship leaders here. It's hard to come up with interesting choices in Mass Effect where everyone's not just to go, oh, there's an obvious correct choice. I think this one's actually pretty tricky. I can see going either way.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarei?
Little. We detected several communication signatures before the Geth jammed the comm systems. Given the likely networked intelligence requirements for taking over a ship, expect between 10 and 50 units.
Then this can't have anything to do with me. I only sent parts and pieces, and certainly not enough to make...
I imagine the softest one would actually be the one that would be the easiest to wave around. If we're talking about which one's hardest. D-Rock, it was Kami's betting that Zero's going to completely take the EVO tournament next week undefeated, which is likely because he's really, really good at Smash 4. And Matt, having not followed the Smash community at all, isn't really losing anything on his side of the bet, so maybe there'll be a surprise upset and someone will beat Zero.
Sounds like your ideas about synthetics are in the minority.
Yes, at least on the Admiralty board, Hangerel sees an enemy that must be crushed. Zalcorus would run away and hide on some new colony world. Shalaran is still undecided. I had thought Rael to be firmly in Han's camp, but if his experiments were on active Geth, perhaps we have ideas in common.
If we don't find Rael alive on the Alarei, what do you think will happen?
The power balance will be disrupted.
Doubles is completely
Power
different. It's a
loses
different
vote for his
game.
Foolish and self-destructive war. That would favor peace then, as Shalaran is too careful to risk her own neck. But if the Admiral replacing Rael agrees with me, things could become very exciting.
You support experiments on living creatures.
Rael should have felt no more guilt experimenting on Geth than I did while performing surgery on a childhood toy.
The fact that you performed surgery on your childhood toys explains a great deal, Admiral.
A ship travels faster than I can. With the right programming, it can choose locations, even defend itself when attacked. But it is just a machine. It was built for the sole purpose of serving its master, and it can be dismantled whenever its master desires.
H-Box beat Reggie, so clearly he can't lose, right?
Thank you for the information.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Commander.
Hey, Cal Rieger's still alive. We preserved Adam Baldwin.
Cal Rieger.
Shepard, Tali Zora, good to see you both. Wish you were under better circumstances.
What did they get from our readings?
Damnedest things, just like they said. No way the sun on Haystrom should have been acting that way.
So that dark energy theory is right. That's troubling.
Can't really comment on that, ma'am. I just shoot things.
Doubles gets us some of the most interesting stuff. I think that's more fun to see how people play together than just one-on-one. And that's where you get, that ain't Falco.
What are you doing aboard the Raya? It sounds like you gave your report to the Admiralty already.
Well, I stayed to argue the charges against Tali Zora. I've served with her, and she deserves better than what she's getting.
Thanks, Cal.
Just stating facts, ma'am.
Have you had any luck talking to the Admiral?
Okay.
She and Admiral Garrow are hoping you'll kill a bunch of Geth to get the crowd on your side, then find evidence to clear your name. They were hesitant, but, well, you didn't have many other options, ma'am. I recommended getting you onto the Alarei. I hope you can handle it.
You did the right
Do you have the
thing.
Ethernet adapter for the Wii U, Kami? I do. I got it for Smash, and that helps tremendously.
You said that your mission had something to do with dark energy?
Right. Remember the damn sun on Haystrom? Shorted out everything. Way too much radiation? The sun's getting old. Only it's not. Dark energy. It's reducing the mass of the star's interior. Techs are worried.
This has come up before. I've mentioned that I'm going to defer it because this is the original ending that Drew Karpyshyn had planned for Mass Effect that they ended up not going with. Could probably talk a little bit about it without talking about what the actual ending ended up being. Let me finish talking to him about it.
Do you think the Geth are responsible for what's happening to Haystrom's son?
Keela, I hope not. If they can screw up a star, our chances in war are even worse than I thought.
I don't think this is the Geth. It would take massive time and resources to affect a star like this deliberately. It's too inefficient to be a weapon, and even the Geth wouldn't destroy a useful star system. Besides, they didn't show up until we did.
Yeah, hope you're right, man. Synthetic bastards are bad enough as it is.
I don't know if that's the cheap one that I have, but I think I got mine for like 15 bucks, something like that. Oh, dude, I'm so done with wireless. Twitch definitely has shown me that with that cool wireless headset I had. I can't wait till I get a house so I can, like, run 100-foot Ethernet cables through the walls.
Good luck on the Alarei. Stay safe out there.
Shepard spoke well to the Emeralds.
Oh, that's really cool, Matt.
Tali Zora and her father are getting to know. This is on their head.
Hey, it's Vitor. He's only here because of the choice we voted for earlier to send him back. Well, I guess he would be here anyway, but he would be all messed up if we let Cerberus experiment on him.
Shepard, how did you get onto the Raya?
Shepard is here to help me with my trial.
Oh yes, I heard about that. I hope you didn't really do what they said you did.
No, Vitor. I would never endanger the fleet.
Oh, well, good. So, can I help you with anything? I mean, probably not, but you helped me.
Tali could use some friends right now. Would you be willing to tell the Admirals how she helped you?
No, I mean, yes, but I already did. They came to see me. I didn't want to talk in a crowd.
Vitor is doing well, but he isn't ready for a public speech just yet.
I talked to them. So did that soldier, Cal Rieger. We both told them about how you helped us. I hope it helped.
I'm sure it did, Vitor. Thank you.
Take care of yourself, Vitor. Not many could have gone through what you did and come out sane.
I know. I didn't. But thank you, Commander. It's only because of your help that I've come this far.
You set me up, Shala. You told Captain Donna not to say anything? I don't hear that my father may be dead until I'm in the trial? Why?
The admirals needed to hear the shock in your voice, Tali. Otherwise, they might not have let you try to retake the Alarei. That is your best chance at recovering evidence that can exonerate you. I am sorry. We cannot afford sensitivity, Tali.
Yeah, I know, Matt. Oh my god, you wouldn't need to have the split screen. I couldn't believe that that wasn't the case when I played it. Because you have it on the screen in full anyway. And Mario Kart 8 is such a perfect game other than that. It seems bizarre.
I know you're trying to help her, Admiral, but that was over the line.
She has nobody else to speak for her, Shepard. I am doing everything in my power. That's what her father would have wanted.
Don't say it like that.
Because the point is to play Mario Kart on the gamepad without using the TV at all.
Is there anything else I can
It's still a nice option if someone else wants to watch Netflix or something on the TV, but great.
There seem to be some other arguments going on among the admirals.
You caught that? Yes, the guest presence makes this a touchy issue. The Admiralty Board is trying to determine whether to focus on colonial development or attempt to retake the home world.
You're thinking of war? With the Geth?
I am not Tali.
It's not outside the potential for a future patch, though, Matt. I wouldn't be shocked if they patch that in.
I know the migrant fleet is formidable, but even you can't.
They patched away the cursor defaulting to view highlight at the end of a race.
We want our world back. We have paid enough for our mistake. I'm not giving you my opinion. I'm telling you which way the wind is blowing.
How long have you known Tali's family?
Since before Real was an admiral. 25
I am fiercely anti-helmet, but you have to wear it because we're on the Quarian ship.
Her mother and I had synced up our suits so we could be in the same open-air room.
Can't let our germs get all over the place.
But it was worth it. I was the one who took Tali from her mother and put her in the bubble. She cried so hard.
I don't understand. You put your children in bubbles?
Environmental units. It's a step between relying on the mother's immune system through nursing and getting a suit of one's own.
The bubbles let parents take their children out of the clean rooms safely. We don't wear suits until adolescence.
There's a celebration when a child gets her first suit. It's a...
I notice these more and more when they're like, let's just drop some flavor on you. Like, yeah, there's some important shit going down. We gotta go to the ship. But, getting your first suit is a coming-of-age ceremony. I love it. I'm not complaining. It's outstanding. Give me more of that. Like, every NPC should drop a little flavor thing about, like, Krogan's having 4 balls or something. But it does kind of stand out on multiple playthroughs. Necessary evidence.
What kind of evidence will carry weight with the admirals?
Tali, you admitted to sending Geth parts to your father for his project.
Yes, but never anything that could have come back online on its own. I took every possible precaution.
Then find records of your shipment and experiments. Something that proves you were careful. Something that proves that this is all just a terrible accident that nobody could have foreseen.
Hey, Ahun. It's super late for you, man. Hope you're doing alright. Doing alright?
Good luck on the
Tali's quinceañera. We're going to talk to the best admiral last.
Tali, I'm glad Admiral Rahn got you leave to hit the Alarei. Hopefully you'll find something that clears your name.
I'm more concerned with finding my father, Admiral.
I wish you luck. Blow up some Geth on the way. And your Captain Shepard, Admiral Hangarel Vasnima. You got Admiral Corris backing up worse than a Krogan toilet. I'm glad to see Tali's captain knows how to handle a courtroom.
I'm just here to help Tali, Admiral.
I'm glad someone is.
You believe I'm innocent, don't you, Admiral?
I know you and your father. You put too much of yourselves into this fleet to do anything to jeopardize our safety. And you're both smart enough not to make mistakes like the ones they're saying you made.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarei?
Nothing good. We sent some of our best Marines into that hellhole. Damn few made it back. Whatever Rail was doing, it blew up in his face. The ship is crawling with Geth. Don't go in expecting survivors.
Admiral, my father, your friend, is on that ship.
I know that, Tali. But if Shala hadn't suggested you might volunteer, we'd already have destroyed the Alarei. That's where we stand.
Thanks for the information.
Hang in there, kid.
Thank you, Admiral.
Here we go. Best Admiral.
Judging by your ability to play to a crowd, human, I have done Tali a favor by stripping Vasnima from her name.
Commander Shepard, this is Admiral Zalkoris Vasquibquib. Do not ask about the name.
I take no pleasure in this, Tali, truly. You have gravely endangered and dishonored our fleet.
They have like clean rooms, I believe. They talk about this a lot in the second Mass Effect book, which about a third of it takes place on the migrant fleet. It gets referenced a little bit in this game.
You have a ship named Quib?
Oh, here we go.
Our people have, during difficult periods, purchased pre-owned vessels from other...
Right, so his name is Vas Quib. Since everybody among the Quarians, their last name is basically the ship that they come from, so that's why we're saying Vas Quib is the ship that he commands. So anyway.
And have, on occasion, had difficulty altering the ship's registry information. The citizens of these foreign-named ships have borne the stigma of these names with grace and honor.
If it bothers you, maybe you should find another ship.
I've occasionally entertained the idea of requesting a transfer. Something with a nice, respectable name, like the Defrons or the Ictomy. But I am proud of the Quib, and I will not flee because of petty insults.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarei?
Only that you should have let us destroy it. When we find the evidence of what Tali and her father did there, any hope of convincing the other admirals will die.
I did not bring active Geth to the Alarei, Admiral. I know how dangerous that would be. I only brought pieces.
The captured ship with its crew slaughtered by living beings in pain belies your argument.
What exactly is your problem with my crew member, Admiral?
I respect Tali immensely. Her actions against Saren are to be lauded. But, like her father, she wants nothing but the destruction of the Geth. The people we created. The people we wronged.
The Geth drove us from our homeworld.
Of course they did. We tried to kill them.
I haven't seen that show, Flarewing. I missed it, Yahun. Where are you going? What are you packing for?
You and the other admirals appear to have some disagreements beyond Tali's trial.
You are correct. Tali, I apologize for it being brought into your proceedings. The other admirals are pushing for war. Rail Zora was researching new weapons to use against the Geth. They would see our fleet destroyed in the skies over our homeworld, rather than find a new colony and adapt.
Can the Quarians coexist with the Geth after all your history?
I don't know. We all deserve to find out. They are our children, Shepard. We have all done horrible things to each other, but it has to end. For both groups. That is why I cannot sanction whatever experiments you helped enable, Tali Zora. I believe this message needs to be sent.
I understand, Admiral. I do not agree with you, but I understand.
We should move on.
Goodbye, Tali Zora.
Be well.
I'm surprised to hear you say that.
I don't hate you, Tali. I just think your father's plans for war were wrong.
Sounds like y'all are using Tali's trial for other things. Speaking of Be Well, have y'all seen this awesome movie called Demolition Man with Sylvester Stallone and Sandra Bullock? It's outstanding. I quote it all the time. And villain's name. I forget the name of the actor. Wesley Snipes. Excuse me, sir. What appears to be your boggle? What's my boggle? Be well. takes place in a future where like there was a franchise war, so the only restaurant that's left over is Taco Bell. All the other restaurants were destroyed. So like that's the fanciest restaurant you can attend. It's on Netflix. You should watch it. It's hilarious.
First thought is to protect the fleet. I didn't expect
Tali Zora Vas Nima. Oh, sorry. I mean Vas Normandy.
No offense taken. The change in name was not my choice.
Per Admiral Rand's orders, the shuttle is prepared for you and Captain Shepard Vas Normandy.
Can you tell us anything about what we'll find on the Alarei?
I'm afraid I don't know
Yeah.
much. Not many Marines made it back from the initial assault.
It's a
talk
fun
about
movie.
Massive waves of Geth, though. More than there should have been.
There shouldn't have been any at all.
Right. I mean that they're afraid the Geth are building or repairing more of themselves from materials on the
Oh, I'm sorry for your godfather, Johan. I hope that the cottage trip is fun.
Let's head to the Alarei.
Of course. I'll unlock the
Cool.
shuttle now.
Very good. I hope it's relaxing.
Those Geth, Tali Zora. Kira Selai.
The gamer, I wish we had more movies that were fun, that we all went into it and just like we're okay with it being fun and not necessarily self-consistent. Let's just all agree to have a good time, even if the premise is a little silly. I kind of like Looper felt like that. The Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Bruce Willis movie about a couple years ago. Yeah, I guess the problem with The Hobbit is that it comes with the pedigree, the same director, everything. You have the expectation. I've heard that's what John Wick is like. We haven't seen that yet. I hear it's really, really good though. Edge of Tomorrow is a fun movie. There's another one. Ah! No! Yeah.
Something slowing down the systems.
I enjoyed the Hobbit movies, but I wish it would have been 2 instead of 3. 3 felt like a stretch.
Railzora ordered us to bypass standard safeties. Following security protocols will take too long.
I think you agree on that too, Andrew. We've discussed that.
This is one of the storage units I sent to Father. Looks like parts from a disabled repair drone.
Have you seen the original
Plus a
Death Race
recent
with Sylvester
algorithm that I
Stallone and
didn't
David Carradine
recognize.
from like the
I
70s?
got this on Haystrom.
It's pretty bad. You should see it though.
What made a part worth sending back to your father?
It had to be in working order, something that could be analyzed and integrated into other technology. Anything new had priority. Technology the Geth had developed themselves, signs of modification, clues to their
Yeah,
future.
I worry that's a source material problem though, Matt. Like, as much as I love Tolkien, The Hobbit's a kid's story, and like the fact that there's 13 dwarves, they may as well be 2 dwarves. They may as well be Thorin and all the other dwarves. Maybe even, you might say Thorin, Balin, and all the other dwarves. You can't really characterize 13 people in a book very well like that, let alone a movie, especially when they have names that are basically interchangeable. Maybe George R.R. Martin could do it, but with the hindsight of what's wrong with fantasy.
Haystrom was a war
Yeah.
zone. How How did you salvage gear in the middle of all that?
These suits have more pockets than you'd think. Quarians have learned how to salvage whatever we can, whenever we can. Within reason. We're not
I see what you
Russia,
mean,
but
Matt.
we repair what most people would throw away. Hundreds of the ships in our fleet were salvaged wrecks, either found dead in space or purchased for next to nothing.
Yeah.
Does that salvaged gear
Yeah,
give you a clue
I was
as to what
mad
happened
too.
here?
No, I don't know. Shepard, I checked everything I sent here. I passed up great finds because they might be too dangerous, prone to uncontrolled reactivation or self-repair. I don't know which possibility is worse.
Yeah.
That I got sloppy and sent something dangerous, or that Father actually did all this.
It is Sean, that's right. I noticed that too. They went all in with that with all the Quarians. They all have pretty strong accents. Yeah, D-Rock, Sin City is a great example. Sin City 300 is another one. It's you know, just go and enjoy it. Have a fun time. Don't think about it too much. And I love cerebral movies, so I think it's good to have a mix of them. Probably bring this is an interesting idea, I forget where I heard it, but it's this notion that like after 9/11, I don't think of it specifically a 9/11 thing or it's just like a new millennium thing or an internet thing, but like before the year 2000 basically we had this sincere culture with a lot of movies that were sincere and sincerely bad, a lot of comedians that were sincere, and it's kind of moved to like an ironic culture where, you know, you like things ironically, movies have to be done ironically, like, you know, the X-Men can't wear yellow spandex, and if they did wear yellow spandex, the only way to do it would be to do it ironically. You couldn't possibly do sincerity with that. You couldn't have another Adam West Batman without it being ironic, which is fine. Like that's a fine style of comedy, but I wonder if like sincerity is forever lost to us. We can't do something that's just sincerely bad again.
This might be useful.
Yeah, I agree, Flarewing. I like the idea. If you look behind the script in the movie they showed us, it was a cool idea.
Who's running the system diagnostic? I didn't authorize. Oh, Keela. How many get their networked?
All of them. Rail Zora.
Shut it down. Shut everything down. They're in the system.
Okay, Kami, see it. Yeah, I don't know if it can change back though. Guess we'll see.
Hostile spotted.
I love the dwarves versus elves conflict. I mean, if they're gonna make 3 movies, they have plenty of room for fresh content. I think he just bounced. Just ask him when he get back. I'll try to remember to ask him.
Navigation. Weapons are offline. Our mistake won't endanger the fleet. They're burning through the door. I don't have much time. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Jonah, if you get this, be strong for Daddy. Mommy loves you very much.
Pretty dark. Too late, now you're dead. Oh god. That's awful. There are some states where they're illegal, but it's very lightly enforced. Like, they're illegal in Chicago, for example, but if you drive across the border in Indiana, like 15 minutes east, you know, there's tons of shops right along the border, and you sign something saying, "Oh, I'm not going to take this into Chicago," wink wink, nudge nudge. God. You know, I try to think, like, well, what's the problem here? All I can think is that, like, we don't... There is no association whatsoever between fireworks and danger. We don't talk about, like... You just go to see the fireworks show, like, it magically happens. You never see, like, the firemen that have to do the lighting, or see that it's often the same equipment that we're using for, like, weapons. We're using gunpowder, you know, explosives. They're really cool to watch, but holy shit. I don't think that kids get an intuition for how dangerous they are.
This console might have something. Most of the data is corrupted, but a few bits are left. They were performing experiments on Geth systems, looking for new ways to overcome Geth resistance to reprogramming.
Do you think testing weapons on the Geth was right?
It's not testing weapons on prisoners, Shepard. I only sent Father parts. Even if he assembled them, they wouldn't be sapient. You saw what Saren and Sovereign did with the Geth. Any research that gives us an advantage is important.
Could any of that data clear your name?
Doubtful. This is mostly results data, effects of different disruptive hacking techniques. I don't understand all of it. But they may have been activating the Geth deliberately. I don't know. Nothing here says specifically, but if they were, then Father was doing something terrible. What was all this, Father? You promised you'd build me a house on the homeworld. Was this going to bring us back home?
Maybe it's time for your people to let go of reclaiming your world from the Geth.
You have no idea what it's like. You have a planet to go back to. My home is one hull breach away from extinction.
You've got a place here, Tali. Don't throw it away in a war you don't need.
Don't need? Shepard, if I don't wear a helmet in my own home, I die. A single kiss could put me in the hospital. Every time you touch a flower with bare fingers, inhale its fragrance without air filters, you're doing something I can't. Damn the pilgrimage. Without it, I might never have known what I was missing, what we had lost when we lost our homeworld.
Have the Quarians considered colonizing a new world?
We'd have enough difficulty reacclimating to our own native environment. Adjusting for exposure to a foreign colony would be even harder. It's the difference between 60 years and 600. For anyone alive now to watch a sunset without a mask, we must take back our home. At the very least, we can take back one ship.
I'm glad that they point that out there. Because that's a really good question. Like, why don't the Quarians just colonize another planet? Oh, okay. Because they're not forward thinking on that subject.
My shields are down.
for Voss Quib Quib. Oh god, I'm gonna die. Maybe not. Ah, we died. That's cool. I think we'll pick up from that last cutscene. This game's pretty good about saving. Unlike Mass Effect 1, where when that happens, you go back about an hour. Yeah. I think that the way they're written is reasonable for what happened. Like, you could write them all sunshine and roses, but it wouldn't be believable. They're very believable in that it's disagreeable. Yeah. We have a journal upgrade to the point now where we're almost invincible while it's on. We'll lose our shields, but not health for the most part. There's a lot of Geth. There's going to be an opportunity for an interrupt here. If you know what it is, you can go ahead and vote now. Vote 1 for yes to the Paragon interrupt. Vote no for 2. And I'll pause it anyway if you want to wait to see what the interrupt's going to be.
Father! No. You always had a plan. Masked life signs or an onboard medical stasis program maybe. You wouldn't. They're wrong. You wouldn't just die like this. You wouldn't.
Oh my god. We're not gonna do it. We're not gonna do the Paragon interrupt. Okay, alright. People have spoken. Ugh. Damn you. This is my favorite Paragon interrupt in the game, if you do it. It makes more sense if you're Male Shepherd and you're romancing Tali. Like, you give her a hug and you calm her down and everything's okay. So I don't even know what happens if you don't press that button. About to find out.
Leave me to clean up your mess. You can't.
He was trying to help you, Tali. The only way he knew how.
I mean, I guess that just shows how wimpy the Paragon interrupts are. Like, what is Renegade interrupt? Like, you shoot a guy, you push him out a window. Paragon interrupt, you give people hugs.
Believe you.
Of course he did. Every time he went off to battle, every time he sent me away, it was all about what he wanted. I wanted a father who would take the sick leave time and let me see his face without a helmet in the way. Instead, I got orders. And this. And a panel of admirals who think I'm a traitor. Those were my father's gifts to me.
You also got his mind, and the best military training in the Quarian fleet.
You're right. I know what he'd do. Better than anyone. Maybe he had to know I'd come. Maybe he left a message.
Tali, if you are listening, then I am dead. The Geth have gone active. I don't have much.
That's so fucked up, Matt. Okay, I'll put the game back on.
Their main hub will be on the bridge. You'll need to destroy it to stop their VI processes from forming new neural links. Make sure Hangerel and Daro Zen see the data. They must.
They should add a third alignment. There should be Paragon, Renegade, and Satan.
He knew you'd come for him. He was trying to help you. It's not perfect. It's not what you wanted. But it's the best he could do.
I don't know what's worse. Thinking he never really cared, or thinking that he did, and that this was the only way he could show it. It doesn't matter. One way or the other, I cared. And I'm here. And we're ending this.
Crawling in my suit. These infections, they will not permeate it. What is I don't tolerate on my ship.
Our hacking attempts failed. The Geth have an adaptive consciousness. Have one process and the others on. Still making progress. Zora is convinced we'll have a viable system in less than a year. This weapon will put our people back on the homeworld, and it's all because of Rail Zora.
Not a lot of cover in this fight. See you soon, Andrea. Hey Tali, we're in space. No one can hear you whining. Oh no, Sean, what? You can't save that. You can save when it's not salty enough.
This console is linked to the main hub Father mentioned. Disabling it shut down any Geth we missed. It looks like
oh wow,
some of the
Johan.
recordings remained intact.
What did he
They'll
What did
tell
he
us
do?
How this happened? What Father did?
You sound like you don't really want to hear it.
No, we have to. I know. I just. This is terrible.
Hey, Size 16, welcome.
I don't
Seen
want
you
to
again.
know that he was part of this.
Do we have enough parts to bring more online?
Yes, the new shipment from your daughter
about systemic viral attacks. Perhaps we should inform the Admiralty Board, just to be safe.
No. We're too close. I promised to build my daughter a house on the home world. I'm not going to sit and wait while the politicians argue.
We'd have an easier time of it if Tali Zora could send back more working material.
Absolutely not. I don't want Tali exposed to any political blowback. Leave Tali.
Yeah, go for it, Johan.
Assemble a new Geth with what we have. Bypass security protocols if need be.
It sounds like he was doing this for you.
I never wanted this, Shepard. Keela, I never wanted this. Everything here is his fault. I tried to pretend it didn't point to him, but this... When this comes up in the trial, they'll... We can't tell them. Not the admirals, not anyone.
Tali, without this evidence, you're looking at exile.
You think I don't know that? You think I want to live knowing that I can never see the fleet again? But I can't go back into that room and say that my father was the worst war criminal in our people's history. I cannot.
Oh, you innovated on SMS? Wow. And starting in 1952. Huh.
We're not going to decide anything here. Let's see what the admirals say once we get back.
You know, CEO position.
You're my captain.
That's really
in
cool,
this
man.
hearing, Shepard. It's your decision. But please, don't destroy what my father was. Come on. If we wait too long, they'll decide we're already dead, and none of this will matter.
Alright, so part of this... Tali's mission has two choices, right? One of them isn't really a choice. It's like, hey, do this bad thing, or do this bad thing, or use your Paragon or Renegade to override the bad things and do one thing that's just overall good. So I'm not going to put a vote for that one. I think the vote's just going to land in that camp. The other thing is a little less clear. So I'll put one of the two decisions to a vote. The other one I'm just going to make it. I'll tell you what it is when we get to it.
We need to face facts. There has been no Tali Zora survived.
Sounds like the theory is the other way. It's only been a few
Very well. Is the Admiralty Board prepared to render judgment?
Sorry we're late.
Tali Zora Vas Normandy saved the Alarei. I hope this proves her loyalty to the Quarian people.
Her loyalty was never in doubt, only her judgment.
Perhaps Tali Zora can offer something to encourage more trust in her judgment.
That's really cool, Johan. I didn't know that.
On the Alarei that could clarify what happened there.
Shepard, please.
Does Captain Shepard have any new evidence to submit to this?
Okay,
hearing?
so here's what the deal is. This is the decision I'm going to call a non-decision and not put to a vote. We could say we don't have any evidence, in which case Tali is screwed, right? Or we could say, here's the evidence, Tali's not screwed, but she's really pissed because now her father's legacy is tarnished. So in either way, something bad happens. The third choice, basically, if you have enough Paragon, this is, I think, this is the one decision in the game that requires maxed out Paragon or maxed out Intimidate. If you pick that one, you basically avoid both of the negative consequences. So this isn't really an interesting choice. There is a correct decision. There's going to be a later question that is an interesting decision that I will pull you on.
Tali helped me defeat Saren and the Geth at the Citadel. That should be all the evidence you need.
I fail to see what relevance...
You're not really interested in Tali, are you? This trial isn't about her. It's about the Geth.
This hearing has nothing to do with the Geth.
You want people to sympathize with them. Hangarel wants to go to war. None of you care about Tali. She knows more about the Geth than any other Quarian alive. You should be listening to her, not putting her on trial. Tali Zora saved the Citadel. She saved the Alarei. She showed the galaxy the value of the Quarian people. I can't think of stronger evidence than that.
Holy shit, I have never seen FemShep give that before, because I've only ever seen Andrea play it, and she did it full Renegade. Jennifer Hale is a much better voice actor than Mark Muir as the male Shepard. I still like Mark Muir, but that was pretty well done.
Are the admirals prepared to render the judgment? Tali Zora, in light of your history of service, we do not find sufficient evidence to convict. You are cleared of all charges. Commander Shepard, please accept these gifts in appreciation for you taking the time to represent one of our people.
Okay, so here's the important choice. Sean, damn, Shep got that curse of charisma. Alright, so we can try to push the Quarians into going to war with the Geth, or try to tell them not to go to war with the Geth. Vote 1, don't go to war. Vote 2, go to war. I'm gonna go grab a soda real quick. I'll be right back. Oh, I could see the argument for a Paragon Shepherd saying they should go to war, right? And we got a light Thursday. I think that's it, so I will close it.
If you appreciate me, then listen. The Reapers are coming. I'm going to need your help to stop them. Please don't throw away your lives against the Geth.
Thank you, Commander Shepard. I hope this board carefully considers your advice.
This hearing is concluded. Go in peace, Tali Zora vas Normandy. Kila Salai.
That's a good philosophy, Jan. Celebrate life. Don't.
What you said. I've never had anyone speak like that on my behalf. Thank you for being there for my father and me. Even when... Thank you.
We can still go back in and get you exiled if you want.
Thanks. But I'm fine with things like this. It's fun watching you shout.
Tali, about what your father said, what he did, you deserved better.
I got better, Shepard. I got you.
Man, if you're like a Talimancer, the lines that Tali says are they're tuned to a Talimancer. They must have had someone like on their writing staff that was also into Tali.
Come on, Tali Zora vas Normandy. Let's get back to our ship.
Thank you, Captain.
We can use this.
Cool, I guess the timing on that worked out perfectly for 90 minutes. We can sub over to Ogre Battle. Right, Sean? Yeah, even FemShep's line there of calling her Tali Zora vas Normandy. It's definitely the, oh my glob, you guys!
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Shepard! Alright, let's see. So next time we can loyalty everybody. Be on the list. I'll just remember that. We've accepted all their missions, you have to pick which ones we're doing. Let's save up and switch to Ogre Battle. Okay.